Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone that's listening, currently it says there are two people listening, so I hope that both of you can hear me. You should be able to because I haven't changed anything. Just wanted to make sure I'm coming through loud and clear. And tonight's topic is going to be very informative, and it's going to be something that you guys that are coming to Thailand or live in Thailand will absolutely positively be able to use. This is some really good information, guys. I'm about to pass along to you. Hey, Marine Corps. Hey, Eli. Hey, Larry. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and your well wishes. I appreciate it. Hey, John. Okay, you can hear me good. John O. I am feeling better. Thank you, sir. Hey, Linda. Good to see you in here. Tommy, how you doing, sir? Good to see you as well. Um, so first, let me just say, um, from the without being too cheesy, um, I didn't. No, Jack, I didn't. Uh, Wonder, yes, I am. But without being too cheesy, let me just say that, like, from the bottom of my soul, I really truly appreciate you guys that follow this channel religiously, not religiously, but that follow and keep up with and contribute to, and in whatever form you do. Um, I'm just I'm overwhelmed. At the support that I've been given. And I'm not even really that, terribly sick. I've just been really under the weather. So for those of you that don't know what happened, I was on vacation in Pattaya, and last Tuesday, not this past Tuesday, but last Tuesday, I woke up with a fever and chills and severe stomach issues. After 2 days of trying to heal it myself, I decided it wasn't happening. I went to an international hospital in Pattaya to give me the treatment. Oh, thanks, Linda. Appreciate that. To give me the treatment that I needed was going to cost 8,000 baht. I got it down to 4,400 baht because I elected not to go with several procedures that they wanted to do. Now, I'm going to compare and contrast the prices and the care between the international hospital and the public hospital that I went to today, which, by the way, did not take my insurance because I am 2 days short of working at my job for 6 months. Believe that or not. So, but it's okay. When I tell you the price, you're going to understand, and you're not going to believe it. What are you saying, Jack? I only started following you lately, buddy, after I heard about the yeah. Great content. So happy I found you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Uh, we I'm gonna. I appreciate your comment. I'm gonna remove that comment, not because you did anything wrong, just because I don't want any mention of that situation at all for any reason, because that is nothing but just pure drama, and that is not what this channel's about, not at all. So no offense to you in any way, Jack. Let's see what else we got. Kurt says, glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Kurt. I do feel better. Travel bug. So today I thought of you. Instead of being offended by something, I sucked it up like a good frang and felt good. Good, man. I'm glad. I'm really, really glad. Um, Marine Corps said, I knew you would remove that. Yeah, you know the deal, man. Hey, Rays fan, thanks for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Richard, what is up, my brother? Good to see you. John, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Wonder, I don't know if you said if I said hello to you or not, but hello to you anyway because you rock. All right, so I went to the private hospital in Pattaya. Excuse me, the international hospital. Now, it was like going in a high class hospital in America. Same cleanliness, same. It just looked like being in an American hospital. Okay. Um, the treatment that they gave me, and I'm reading off my little paper here. Medicines, 2,675 baht. Nursing charge, 278 baht. Medical supplies, 278 baht. I'm sorry, the nurse's charge was 150 baht, and the medical supplies were 278. Other professional fee, 100 baht. Physician evaluation and management services, 1,000 baht. That means just to talk to the doctor, it costs 1,000 baht. And then it says others, 200. I have no idea what that means, but it came to a total of 4,403 baht. That was at the International Hospital in Pattaya, in which they diagnosed me with gastroenteritis. Uh, let's see what you got going on over there. John says, thanks from far North Dakota, USA. Far North Dakota. Wow, you are out there, man. Gordon, yep, I am. I'm feeling better, Gordon. I'm going to tell you why for sure. So I went. Look, hang on one second. Ray's fan says I like the nurses wear traditional uniforms over there, white skirts. Yeah, not in the public hospital. They don't. They or at least they didn't in this public hospital. Are you experienced? Hope you're okay. I am, man. Thank you so much for checking in. I also appreciate your comments on the channel and checking in on me. I am doing much better, and I'm going to tell you why. So I walked in to the public hospital, and immediately the first thing you notice is the lack of, upkeep. It's not an upscale place, right? It's not somewhere I would go if I had something major wrong with me. Simply because it just doesn't look clean, doesn't smell clean, and the doctors and nurses there are all young. They are probably all just out of med school, I would imagine, or have been there for a little bit of time. However, I'm going and this is another big and. If you're pushed for time, the public hospital is not the way to go because it does take a lot. It reminds me of waiting in the emergency room in America. It takes a long time. Now, I was astonished at the care I was given in this hospital. The doctor talked to me for about 20 minutes. He gave me a full examination. He did things that they did not do at the International Hospital. No, Tommy, I'm better, man. I'm much better. And afterwards, he took me back to, they don't have private rooms there. They put everybody together. Remember, this is a public hospital. It's very, very cheap. When I tell you what the total cost of today's visit was, you're going to laugh. Takes me back there, hooks me up to an IV, gives me some medication in another vein, an injection to ease the cramping in my stomach. And it almost immediately eased the cramping, and the pain was gone, and I was so thankful for that. That did not happen when they gave me the 4 shots in the International Hospital in Pattaya. Now, listen, I'm not knocking the International Hospital in Pattaya because the care there was excellent. It was fast, it was courteous, but it was also very expensive. So they hang them down a bag, and they give me this injection to stop all the cramping and stuff going on inside. And I almost immediately start to feel better. I mean, literally almost immediately. They then ordered a full blood workup. Yes, are you experienced? I do have insurance. I am exactly 2 days short of being on my job for 6 months, so they would not accept my insurance. You have to be there 6 months for them to accept the insurance. Hey, Jack from Vegas that needs a life. You're all right, man. So I get in there, and the public hospital, there are people, there's no privacy, but luckily the people in there were the janitorial service was cleaning, mopping, spraying disinfectant. So it wasn't like you were in a germ cesspool. Like if you've ever been to a public hospital in the Philippines, you know what I mean by just how bad it can get, because that place is rough. I mean, rough. Hey, Franz, good to see you, my man. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate all your support, too, by the way, very, very much. So didn't they want to do IV the first time? Yeah, Jack, they did, and I refused because it was so expensive. Ray's fan said that would have cost you $10K in the U.S. for a trip to the ER. No doubt, man. When I tell you how much this costs, you're gonna be astonished. Mike says my son was in the local hospital in Phang Kong for a week, and the total cost was around $200 for private room. There you go. This public hospital took such good care of me. The waiting time was the only problem, but it's a public hospital. What do you expect, right? And they give me this IV bag, and they run a massive blood test. They drew like 3 pints, or not 3 pints, but 3 tubes of blood, and went and ran tests on it. He comes back and he says, everything in your blood is pristine. The only issues that you have is there's one little level. There's two levels that are off. One is it's two. You have one something called NE something. I don't know what it meant, but he said that just means you're more prone to get infection. So here's what you do to keep from getting an infection. He gave me a list of vitamins and over-the-counter stuff I can take, which I thought was absolutely wonderful of him to do so, because the doctors in Pattaya didn't do that. And he also said your white blood cell count shows that you are post-infection, meaning you are getting over the infection that you had that caused all this. Mark, hey Mark, welcome to the chat. He says that's why I always take travel insurance when I need or when I head up to Asia, regardless of how long trips are. You never know. You're right, Mark, but I can't get traveler's insurance because I have a pre-existing heart condition. They won't give it to me. Hey from Portland, Oregon. Hello to you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Thanks, friends. I know what you mean, brother. And I really, really, really appreciate all the support you've given. So he comes back and he says, your blood's pristine. Even your electrolytes are not that bad. He said, well, we're going to bag you for just a little while longer just to make sure we get you up. He gave me 3 medications, 2 of which are the exact same medications I got in Pattaya. One of which was powdered electrolytes to mix with water. Now, these are, even though Chris, if you hear this, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the electrolytes. In fact, I showed them to the doctor, and he said those were very, very good. But these ones that they gave me from the hospital are like super electrolytes. They got like 25 ingredients in them versus the 5 or 6 that are in the other. And he said he gave me a different method to take the same medicine. He said, you took the medications in the wrong order before. And see, that wasn't explained to me, nor was it on the directions. It just said take 3 times a day. It didn't say whether to do it or not. Yeah, Tommy, I sound better because I feel much, much better, brother. I feel much better. I actually went after this visit and ate a meal and had no stomach pain. And the reason is because I took the medicine in the right order. See, the medicines that they gave me something to take before I eat, as soon as I eat, and then an hour after I eat. But they didn't explain that to me in Pattaya, nor was it. I went back and looked at the instructions on the medication, and it doesn't say that. It just says take 3 times a day with meals. Are you experienced says you can get electrolyte drinks from pharmacy. It's kind of like Gatorade. Yeah, you're right. Fran says, what's the drink electrolyte it's called you're taking? This is called CSEAORS. It says C-ORS, and it's sodium-75. It's oral rehydration salts powder. It's made by SEA Pharmacy. So ORS would be the name of the powder itself. Rebecca over here is called Hydrolyte. Yep, probably about the same thing. But I left with 3 medications versus 7 medications. And I felt so much better when I left and went to eat. I haven't had one cramp. I haven't had one problem. Not all my energy, but I feel like all my energy is back because I haven't had any energy in so long. And I just feel so much better. So this public hospital, I'm going to read you the charges for what it costs for this visit. Now, remind you, I was there twice as long. I had twice as much work done, and was given basically the same medications minus 2. Okay. This receipt is written in Thai, but I'm going to read you the charges here. I know the blood test was only 100 baht. Another 100 baht for something else, 20 baht for something else, and 116.25 baht for a medication, and then 190 baht for the rest of the medications. My total bill for this visit was 926 baht and 25 cents. Now, to tell you what that is, 926.25 is $28.07. $28.07. That's how much this entire visit cost me. That is going to put me well on my way to recovery versus the 4,000 403 baht, which is $133.45. Is what I spent at the private hospital in Pattaya, which didn't work. So the main thing I want you guys to understand is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let's see, how was the English at the public hospital? It was what the doctor spoke perfect English. They were much better. Wonder, thank you so much, man. I always appreciate your little contribution, or not. I hate calling them little. They're not little. They're contribution. But I just really appreciate that you take the initiative to do stuff like that, man. Thank you so much. You know that's going to go to coconut water, right? Thanks, Wonder. Really, thank you. A race fan says that's cheap. Do the hospitals accept credit card for payment? Yep, sure do. That's so cheap. It is. Fran says he likes Hydrolite orange flavor, and that is exactly what this stuff is. It is ORS, and it is orange flavor, and it's actually pretty good. One day. Oh man. Okay. Oh, Wonder. Oh Lord, dude. Listen, thank you so much for that. But I want you guys to understand, I don't ever want you to ever have ever pay for health care or anything, or rent or anything like that. Know that your $38 or now 40 total or whatever that you sent, Wonder, is going directly into this channel. It's going directly into the content of this channel. It's not going to pay my health care bill. All that stuff comes out of my pocket always. But man, I really, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I can't believe you did that. I really can't. But thank you. I don't even know how to move on from that other than just to say how much I just genuinely appreciate that. That is so cool. Are you experienced? Says coconut water has electrolytes. Let me get my mouse working again because I got behind in the comments, guys. I apologize. I'll catch up in just a second. Yeah, it does have electrolytes. Love me some coconut water. Travel Bug says public hospital sound like the way forward. I tell you, man, I was impressed. I really was. I'm not saying I would go there if my life was in grave danger, but I was very impressed. Larry, thank you for that comment very much. Linda says, I just converted it to Malaysian ringgit, and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, it was very cheap. Less than $27. $27. And I feel better than I felt in 12 days. Rays fan, you got some good subs. I have the best subs in the world. I have the best subs in the world. You guys are absolutely astonishing. We're at 9,805 subs right now. We are literally 195 subs away from cracking 10,000. And that is going to be a super huge big deal for me, because I never thought this channel would get more than 3,000 to 5,000 subs ever. I never dreamed it. A Rays fan says, you guys, yes, I do. Wonder says, was supposed to be 40 to cover all the minus 30% YouTube takes. Man, you're just awesome, dude. Thank you, Wonder. I just thank you, man. Thank you so much. So much. You have no idea. That's generous. Yes, Marine Corps. That is very generous. Very generous. And I hope that I'm in the position one day to help you if you ever need it. Believe that. That goes for everybody that can hear the sound of my voice right now, whether you're live or you're hearing this on a replay. Paul says, sounds like you're on the mend, bro. I'm absolutely on the mend. I absolutely am on the way to recovery, and it feels so good to be hydrated. You know, that banana bag that they hung, I got me pumped up, hydrated. I went and ate after that. I hadn't had anything to eat the entire day. And I ate and I have energy. My stomach is giving me no problem. It's absolutely amazing. Rebecca says, over here we have strawberry, black, currant, and lemonade hydrolite. Wow, that's a lot of choices. Linda, why are you not well? Tommy says, did they figure out what caused the infection? No, sir, they did not. They did not do any kind of cultures. It was just given as a foodborne illness. He said by my white blood cell count, he could tell that I was post-infection. So, you know, it was on its way out. That's all the information that he gave me. If I had more to give to you, brother, I would definitely do it. Travel Bug, that was a Ty, thank you. I love how they mean their words here. Franz, Wonder is the bomb. Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He has no idea how much he's helping the goal of this channel, which is to provide education, travel, fun, and photography for you guys. And man, I'm trying. I really am. Gordon's Live says, I had a hernia operation 8 weeks ago in Pattaya City Hospital. Not a great facility, but good care. Cost me 47,000 baht, 2-night stay, public hospital. That's not bad at all, man. That's actually very reasonable for a 2-night stay. So congratulations on the successful surgery. Yes, Linda, I agree with Larry. Get well soon, please. Johnny says, do you think Thailand healthcare is better than PI? Yes, absolutely. Just my opinion, but yes. John says, Jeremy, remember I told you that all Thai citizens got universal health care and their checkup and medications are free too. Yep, I remember you saying that. Our experiences, your advice helps us, Jerry, and we appreciate it. That's what I try to do, man. I really do. I try to pass along good, helpful information to you guys, and I try to take you on the fun stuff as well. And now that I'm definitely going to be feeling better, November is going to be an outstanding month as well, because we have lots of plans for content coming up in November. Wonder says, it's great to hear you in good spirits, man. It's great to be in good spirits, and it's because of people like you that I'm in such good spirits. I really just can't say enough about what you just did. It's incredible. Fran says, mate, your channel is the best, Jeremy, and I mean that. Fran, thank you so much. I really don't know what to say to you guys that give me these kind of compliments. I'm not used to having people say these nice things about me, other than I just truly appreciate it. Clear Grill says, I can see you hitting 20,000 subs by Christmas. Good info with a great attitude. I really appreciate that, Grills. I really, really appreciate that. If I hit 20,000 subs by Christmas, there's a good chance I will finish my contract out, and I will travel full time for a living, which means you guys will get content, true travel vlogging full time. That's what'll happen. But I appreciate the fact that you recognize that it's good info, and I try my best to do it with a good attitude. Kurt says, we have a responsibility to keep you upright. Thanks, Kurt. I appreciate that, man. I have a responsibility to you guys to make sure I deliver on the promises that I make as well when it comes to content. And I love this two-way street stuff that we have going in this community. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Wonder says her hernia surgery is complicated depending on what they need to do. I don't know anything about that. You have to ask the guy with that hernia surgery. I'm not sure. The Big Cheese, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you dropping by, and I am on my way to recovery, man. Are you experienced? Did they charcoal my stomach? No, they did not. They did not do anything like that, because the problem, I never had any nausea or vomiting or anything. The problem was in my intestines, not my stomach, which I'm assuming that's why they didn't do the charcoal thing. John P says, nothing like being sick to make you appreciate what a gift it is to be in good health. Man, are you ever right on point, John? I mean, right on point. You are so on point. You know, people take everything for granted, and then they realize that, you know, when you get sick and you can't move, you realize just how meaningless some of the small stuff in life really is. Fran says, Jeremy, your voice and wisdom is priceless. Plus, I'm waiting on monthly paycheck next month, so we'll be contributing to a promise, especially a windmill. Man, you contribute whatever you want. There's no requirement to be a part of this community that you have to contribute. I assure you of that. But if you want to go to windmill, we'll go to windmill, bro. Richard says, unbelievable, Jeremy. You were so sick, but also producing so much content. Looking back on it, that Terminal 21 video must have been difficult for you all the way. Let me tell you something about that Terminal 21 video. I was in so much pain while I was making that video, and I was so sick. Thank God they had escalators. That's all there was to it. Thank God they had escalators. And really, that whole week of making content, I was very sick. But you know, I owe you guys content. I owe you guys quality content. See, I try not to focus too much on the numbers, like how many views a video gets or how many subscribers I have, even though we've been talking about it lately. I try to control the things that I can control. And what I mean by that is, like, I can control how many times a week I put out content. I can control the quality of the content. I can control what I can control about the channel. And then whatever happens with the numbers is out of my control. So I just do what I can do and hope that it works for you guys. Paul says, my wife can stop worrying. Yet tell her, please stop worrying. And I very much appreciate her concern, Paul, very much. Yes, Linda, we'll take you to Windmill too. You will have a blast. Tommy says, maybe a roundtable live stream with a few expats about life in Thailand, maybe with Chris, Ty, and Steve. That would be awesome. I don't know when Steve's coming back. He's in the U.S. I don't think Chris wants to be on a live stream. I believe he's a gentleman that really enjoys protecting his anonymity, and I will certainly abide by his wishes. But I will ask him because that roundtable would be great, Tommy. That would be absolutely awesome, to be honest with you. Mark, let's see. Mark says, it's good to hear a vlogger that shows the good and the bad. It's not all perfect in Southeast Asia. Yes, sir. And that is my goal. It's not all bells and whistles every day. I get up and go to work every day just like everybody else. I travel on the weekends to try to give you guys everything I can, and it's work. It's work, and everything is not always sunshine and roses. Just because I'm in Southeast Asia does not mean I'm on a permanent vacation. Fran says, what you have been through, brother, in your life, mate, you deserve. Let me go back here. You've been through, brother, mate, you deserve the best of where you've been and where you are now. I really appreciate that, friends. I really do. Larry, I don't think you'll be able to cook at Windmill, bro. No. Are you experienced? Says, man must celebrate good health by rewarding oneself, massage, sauna, etc. I will probably do that later in the week. Robert, hey, Jeremy. Robert, thank you for all your comments, man, and everything that you've been doing. I really appreciate that. Says, just got here. Hope you're feeling better. I am. I'm feeling much, much better. Fran says, you can get through anything, brother. What you've gone through in the past few years, total respect. Same to you, friends. I really appreciate that. Jack, hey, Larry, what's up, buddy? Thanks for dropping by. Jack, thank you so much for your contribution, sir. I genuinely appreciate that. Again, everything goes into licensing, trademarks, travel, expenses, and equipment for this channel. Keeps it running, keeps it going, and you guys are just making it better and better and better, and you have no idea how much better you're making it. So, Jack, I just truly want to thank you for that. Thank you so much for your contribution. Fran says, yes, Linda, bring your daughter too if she's at least 20. Come on, man. You can't do that. TD, how are you, sir? Good to see you in the chat. Glad you are on the mend and your excellent step-by-step report. Get some grits. Yes, I would love to have grits. Robert says, you're very welcome. Good, because I really appreciate your comments, and I am checking into the link that you sent me also, Robert. I really appreciate that. Jack, let me just say one more time, thank you for your contribution. That really means a lot, man. I really appreciate that. Larry says, I watched your blog on Terminal 21. It was pretty comprehensive. It was. I tried to do the best I could. I would have taken on the food court, but I was so sick when I was doing that walkthrough that literally the smell of the food made me even sicker. And I just couldn't do a fully 100% comprehensive review, but I think you guys got to see enough of it that you understand what's in there and what's available and all that good stuff. Lynn, do you have a son too? I don't have a daughter. Oh, you just have a son. Okay, and he's 6. Yeah, he's definitely not coming to Windmill. That's for sure. So, to kind of, I'm not shutting down the live stream or anything yet, guys, because I'm really enjoying talking to you all. But to sum everything up, I want you to know that, yes, are you experiencing? This is a continuation of the sickness from last week. Absolutely. The public hospitals here are a good option, especially if you don't have insurance and you're looking to get something done on the cheap. It cost me just to see the doctor, in Pattaya at the International Hospital cost me 1,000 baht. To get a blood test done, a banana bag hung, a shot of medication in the hospital, 3 medications to be sent home with, and a full blood panel cost me less than 1,000 baht at a public hospital. Let's see what we got here. Larry says, I wonder if the Beer Street complex that's near Terminal 21 is going to get torn down since it's going to be high. I don't know, Larry. That's a good question. That's a very good question. And I do plan on going back and doing some reviews around that area for you guys also. Tommy says, are you planning to go to the tower in Jomtien? I have not been, but should make some good shots. I do not know where that is, Tommy. If you want to send me on Facebook Messenger, if you'd like to send me the address, if I can get by there, I certainly will. I know I'm definitely going to be in Jomtien at least. Well, I'm going to be there several times in November. So if you want to send me that info, I'll be more than happy to take a look at it. Richard says that Terminal 21 you uploaded was the first review up on YouTube. That was awesome. You even beat Kevin Ty posting Terminal 21 review. That's funny. I'm just so you guys know, one thing I'm never in is competition with another YouTuber, but it makes me happy that it went up first. That's great. That's good to know. And I have a lot of respect for Kev. I've met Kev personally, and I have a ton of respect for the guy. No matter what people say about him, I think he's a good guy with a good spirit and a good soul. Are you experienced? Says, so was it food or something else? Virus. They told me that they did not know for sure, and without a stool sample, they wouldn't know for sure. And they didn't want a stool sample at this point because my white blood cell count showed that I was post-infection. So whatever was there was already gone. I'm just like getting over the weakness and the dehydration and the not being able to eat and, all of that stuff. Rashard says that tower in Jomtien, you can zip line down. I went when I was going to it. Once I got to the top, I decided not very high up. I'll tell you what, if I had a GoPro set, one of my investments coming up in the hopefully not so distant future will be a GoPro Hero 7 and black, and it has to be a Hero 7 black because I had the 5 and the 6 and they're just not up to par, but the Hero 7 seems to be. I will strap that bad boy to me, get on that zip line, and go down it. You better believe that, Richard. That'll be a lot of fun. TD says, can anybody go to a public hospital or just those employed in Thailand? No, anybody can go to a public hospital. You can go to a private hospital if you want to. You just have to be able to afford it. That's the catch on the. So you have the public. It's my understanding you have 3 levels of hospitalization here in Thailand. You have the public, which would be the lower tier. You have the private, which would be the middle tier, and then you have the international, which is the upper tier. Larry says, are you ever going to start doing meetup nights like Kev does? If I move into the right place and I get enough subscribers, potentially something like that could happen, Larry. I don't know. I really don't know. Fran says, the tower free fall, bring it on, flying fox nearly vertical. That'd be awesome. I'm into stuff like that. Robert says, head to the furniture store and buy a stool, Jeremy. Why in the world would I want to buy a stool? Peter D says, glad to hear you're feeling better. Hospital care is so cheap there. Yeah, the public hospital care is very cheap. Very, very cheap. Thank you for that comment, Peter. I appreciate that. Wonder says, cool, great camera, awesome slow-mo. Yeah, and it has the hyper smooth, which is what I'm most interested in. And it also has a few advanced features like their new hyperlapse and the ability to shoot 120 frames per second in 1080p, or 240 frames per second in 1080p, and 60 frames per second in 4K. That is big boy videography right there, and I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Fran says, I'll hold your hand, Rashad. I bet you would. Larry says, Jeremy, Super Chat doesn't work here in Trinidad, but I'll contribute when we meet by buying a brunch at the Hill. Man, you can contribute however you want to. Lunch, cook, you can do whatever you want to, Larry. I just look forward to meeting you, man. Tommy says, I booked a room for one night in Terminal 21 Hotel while I'm there. like you're definitely not in my price range. Well, if you want me to come shoot a review on it while on the place that you are staying at, Tommy, if it's on a weekend, let me know and I'll be happy to come shoot a review on it. Now, of course, I won't tell anybody who you are, or where you are, or whose room it is, but I'll come if I can get to Pattaya. Then I will absolutely shoot a review on that, and we'll put it on the channel. Oh, for the stool sample, Robert, I got you. I got you. No more stool sample. No more stool samples. Larry says that's a pickup line and a gate. Oh Lord. Oh, Larry, I'm sorry. I gotta delete that comment. That's funny though, man. That's funny, but I had to delete it. Richard says, is the Hero 4 in Thailand different from the Hero 4 in the US? Do you think the Hero 4 in Thai is 220 volt? It doesn't matter. They're the same in both places. The difference is in the lighting frequencies. I'll explain that to you, Richard, when we meet, because one is going to be in PAL and one's going to be in NTSD. The American version will be in one and the Asian version will be in the other. And the reason they do that is because of the hertz range that the light flickers in. It's very complicated. I'll explain it to you, Richard. But I would buy one wherever I wanted to use it. I'll put it to you that way. Christopher says, always wonder if USA health insurance plans accepted in Thailand or travel insurance like AAA, American Legion. That's a great question, Christopher. I do not know, brother. I wish I had that answer for you, but I do not know. I really don't. I would imagine that, some of the VA benefits I know are accepted, but to my knowledge, Thailand doesn't offer a lot of VA benefits. I don't think. John says, any Hero GoPro overseas costs more than the States. Well, let's see, because the new one over here is 16,800 baht. That's $509. How much is it in America? I'm not sure. But I also do believe you're right. Hero 7 does power into anything else you need. Well, the Hero 7 has hyper smooth, meaning you don't need a gimbal for it. It basically has it does what's called optical stabilization. I'm talking to you, Wonder. It does optical stabilization, which means the pixels shift on the sensor. Instead of the sensor moving, the pixels shift on the sensor, and you get no shaky footage. That's why this hyper smooth thing is such a big deal for this Hero 7. So you can put it in your hand or on a chest strap, and you don't have to worry about having a gimbal for it. It's a big deal because it's very smooth footage. It also has the ability to do incredible hyperlapses and incredible slow motion, 240 frames per second at 1080p. You want to see some incredible slow motion? That thing can do it, man. It can shoot regular time lapses. The low light capability has been improved on it, although I wouldn't recommend trying to shoot anything professional in low light. But there are a ton of applications for GoPro. You can now vlog with the GoPro Hero 7 just by holding it in your hand or putting it on a selfie stick. No problem. The audio has been improved tremendously over the 6. There's a ton of good things about the Hero 7 that I really like. And that I would also really like to bring to you guys, but it's going to be a while for that. Let's see. Let's see. John says, okay. Larry's talking to Linda. France retracted a message. I don't know what he said. When you're at 3.9, you can get that. Wonder, you can get the Hero Black 7 for $3.99 in the US. Seriously. Because that is a huge saving. Maybe I was looking at something wrong. Maybe I was looking at. I have to check. I have to double check that because there's no way it should be $109 more over here. That's insane. That's crazy. Wait, is GoPro? Wait, oh, maybe it's because okay, maybe that is correct because if GoPro, I don't know where they manufacture. I don't know where their manufacturing base is. If it's in America, it would make sense for it to cost more because of the import tax. So okay, maybe that's it. I don't know. I have to look. Larry says a cool log. My consistent of covering some of the local bands and patio. There's some pretty cool ones. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Larry. I'm not exactly sure what that meant, but I'll take your word for it, brother. Um, Are you experienced? Says I'm coming to Thailand and for all April. Will you still be there? Pattaya will be April 9th to 19th. Back again for 5 days. Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'll be around. Just get up with me. Shoot me a message on Messenger or something. We'll get together for sure. Linda says, at Larry, I'm meeting Jeremy in November, so hopefully we can meet as well. That's true. She is meeting me in November. If she doesn't, I'm going to hold her accountable. Tommy says, yes, most insurance is okay, but you must pay up front and keep receipts and get reimbursed. That's also true, Tommy. Very good statement. Hey, Eli. Hero 7, is it sensor shift stabilized? It's all done. That's what I just said. There's no sensor shift in the Hero 7. It's an optical stabilization, meaning that they crop the image on the sensor, okay, and then they move the pixels around on the sensor. The sensor itself doesn't move. The difference is that is optical stabilization, is when the pixels move on the sensor. Sensor stabilization is when the sensor itself moves, which is a much better stabilization. But GoPro seems to have really done something special with this hyper smooth feature that they have. TD says $3.99. Wow, that's crazy. Wonder says, fun to see how some folks hold it in their mouth. I know they actually have a mouth grip for that thing now. Can you believe that? It's crazy. Robert says it is also illegal for an American to carry a pocket knife in Thailand like it is in the Philippines. In the Philippines, they should just pass them out of the airport to deter mugging. I agree. I wish they did. I don't carry any kind of weapons like that. I have other things that I carry on me that would help me if I absolutely needed it. But Thailand's such a safe country, man. You really don't have to worry about stuff like that. I mean, I guess it could always happen, but it's just not something I'm concerned about. But I do have safety precautions with me at all times. Duty, I guess, says Wonder. I guess so too. I'm thinking that's probably what it is. Larry says, cool bands in Pattaya, not Patty. Oh, autocorrect. Gotcha. Hey, they have a lot of cool bands in Pattaya, man. A lot of really good live music in Pattaya, for real. If any of you guys listening are coming to Pattaya, you should definitely check that out. Fran says you can buy Rambo knives in Thailand as well as tasers. That's also true. Fran says GoPro's USA. That's what I thought. That's why the duty tax is so high. Wonder says EIS, electronic image stabilization. Yep. Anytime it says electronic, optical, any of that stuff is always going to be optical stabilization. Always. Any type of it's always going to be optical. It's going to crop the picture on the sensor so that you have a little blank edge around the sensor, and it's going to move the picture around on the sensor to keep it from shaking, whereas sensor shift would actually move the sensor and not the pixels. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Let's see here. Larry says there's some pretty famous rock local bands playing on Walking Street Pattaya. Yes, I heard that. Are you experienced? As I've seen that new GoPro in action. Guy ran up the stairs just to show the stabilization. It's awesome. Yes, that hyper smooth is definitely awesome. Sense of style. Hey man, how are you? Hello, Jeremy. According to Best Buy, GoPro 7 is $3.99. Wow, that's cheap, man. OIS is sensor shift, but no biggie. No, Eli. OIS, optical image stabilization, is not sensor shift. I'm sorry. I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you a fact. It's not. OIS stands for optical image stabilization. That is not sensor shift. They're two separate, very separate things. Just do your research on that, and you'll see that I'm correct. I wouldn't lie to you about it, brother, and I'm definitely not going to argue with you about it. If you insist that OIS is sensor shift, then so be it. You're welcome to go along with that. Fran says Songkran is April 10 to 20th, Water Festival, New Year's, lots of fun. Man, I don't even know about getting wet like that again. Prices in Thailand include tax. Eli says, yeah, I agree. I agree totally. Let's see. IBIS is sensor, OIS is lens. IBIS is, Wonder says IBIS. Okay, so IBIS is in-body image stabilization. IBIS means is going to be sensor shift most of the time. Okay, OIS is not always the lens either. Optical image stabilization does not just mean the lens. So you can have optical image stabilization on a lens. A lens can be optically image stabilized as well. And it can work in conjunction with the sensor on your camera for double optical image stabilization, like Panasonic does a great job of that. Plus, they have sensor shift. So, it works out really well if you get a compatible lens that has optical stabilization, and then you put it on a camera that has IBIS, or in-body stabilization, which is most likely going to be sensor shift. Richard says, I read GoPro did a lot of research on the current stabilization sensor at the... I am not answering that question. EIS is software. That's correct, Warner. Yeah, electronic image stabilization is going to be software for sure. How does BKK 112 shoot? I don't know, a Rays fan. I have no idea. I don't know how he does it, man. I have no clue. Mark Griffin says the GoPro Hero 7 Black 4K Hyper Smooth in Oz is $5.99. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see, you guys are talking. I know this. I want to get away for 2 or 3 days. I'm running to Cambodia. I hear you. Wonder says at JC, correct. Yep. So I've been around the photography game for a little while, guys. I'm not trying to put people in their place or try to say I'm smarter than anybody, but I have a lot more knowledge of photography and how cameras work than I let on. I just don't usually talk about it a lot because it's not a conversation that, we typically have. I think Linda's got something going on over here in the comments of the live stream. So, is there anything else that you guys would like to discuss other than the fact that you can go to a public hospital and get some really good care in Thailand on the cheap? And I was really impressed with the care that I got. No, I'm not getting a big super soaker, man. I cannot stand. I told you my story when I got here. I got to Thailand on April 13th, which is during that festival. I walked out of the car. I had all my electronics in a bag, and a kid walked up to me and squirted me with a super soaker, and I was so freaking sad. Like I thank God I had waterproof bags. That's all I have to say, because otherwise all my camera equipment would have been dead. And I would have been very, very sad and very, very upset for sure. Wonder says, was fret to hear how well you sound. Thank you for the updates well received. Thank you, sir, so much for everything that you've done. I really, really appreciate it very, very much. Are you experienced says for Christmas that $3.99 price may drop at Best Buy and from Canada cheaper than US. Wow, didn't know that. Tommy says, in the short time I've been in your channel, your delivery is so much better. Thank you, Tommy. I really appreciate that, man. I'm working on it, trying to get better every day. I always encourage you guys to give me constructive criticism, things that I miss, things that I don't do. I am always open to constructive criticism. What I am not open to is criticism with name calling or belittling or stuff like that. But if you have an idea of something that you want me to do, then give me a suggestion on how to do it. Like if I miss something in a video that I should have put in there, make sure you make note of that and let me know, because that's the stuff that I need to know for sure. A race fan says, any upcoming guest house reviews? No, but there is upcoming reviews of some different places. Not any guest houses on the list for November. There is a room I'm staying at in November in Central Pattaya. It's actually on Walking Street, and it's going to be a really nice room. And I'm going to do a review on that. I'm also going to do a review on the room I'm going to be staying at in Jomtien. Larry says, I hear the Osteria Italian restaurant at Terminal 21 is top notch. I've heard that before. I may have to check that out myself. Richard says, glad to hear the hospital care didn't bankrupt. Yeah, I was very, very pleased. And then, you got people like Wonder that come in here and take care of, it's just, you guys are incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what to say. Larry says, Jeremy, I have to get my knee looked at when I get there. I'll probably post my experience. You should. And you know, if public hospitals scare you when you first go in because they do look a little ominous, then try a private hospital before you make the jump all the way to the international. Try the middle ground. Try a private hospital out. It's going to be a little more expensive, but ultimately at the end of the day, I believe your own peace of mind is more valuable than the money. That's just my personal opinion. Fran says, "Ditto, Tommy, you're the best gym." Thanks, Franz. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that, guys. I am so appreciative of the fact that you guys are so appreciative of the content that I put out. You have no idea how much it means to me because I'm human like everybody else, and there are some days when it's never that I don't feel like putting out content, but there's some days when I just have so much going on that I just don't want to sit down and make that video because I would rather just rest for a minute. But you just have to keep going, and you have to know that it's going to be worth it in the end. Hey, Craig, hadn't seen you in a while, man. Glad you are here. Very glad you're here. Glad to hear that. He says, glad to hear you got good care. See you one day soon. Off the shower, work, retirement, 2 weeks. Congratulations on your retirement, Craig, and I'll very much look forward to meeting you. Very, very, very much look forward to meeting you. Linda says public hospitals over here in Malaysia are also good compared to private ones in terms of facilities. I would rather go to public. There you go. Rashard says top quality content equals top quality subscribers. Everyone on this live stream have your back. I know. I feel that way, Rashard. I really do feel that way. And that is, with 50 people watching right now, it's an overwhelming feeling of just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it because I never thought that I would have this much support from so many good quality people, especially after the horrible experience I had in the Philippines. Since I've been in Thailand, you guys have just been great, and you continue to be great. And I can't say enough about you. I really can't. Are you experienced? Says we get it. Everyone needs a day off. Yeah, and I'll take a day here and there. TD says, "Oh, how were public hospital nursing comparing to private hospital, which are prettier?" Honestly, really, man, to be honest with you, the nurse I had at the public hospital today was cuter than any nurse that I saw at the private hospital. Just being totally honest. I mean, I didn't hit on her or anything, but she was a very good looking nurse. And but overall, I would say the private hospital probably had the better looking out of the whole realm of nurses. Fran says I have the X factor. I don't know what that is, but I certainly hope it's good, and I certainly hope I have it if it is good. Larry says, if you build it, they will come. That's so true. That's the Field of Dreams quote. Yeah. Are you experienced? Yeah, for sure. And that's what we're doing, man. We're trying to build a community here, trying to build resources for each other. If you guys are interested in joining the Facebook group, please let me know. Oh, that reminds me. Let me give a shout out to one of our Facebook group members, first name Adam. He has a YouTube channel called The Holistic Trainer. I'm sure that many of you know him. He has 71,000 subscribers. He's a vlogger out of Bangkok, and he gave this channel a shout out on his live stream last night. And I would just like to thank him personally for the acknowledgement of my channel and of me and of the awesome subscribers that I have. And he's also a part of our Facebook group. I would like to thank him for being a part of that. And if you guys have not seen The Holistic Trainer, go over there and check it out. He does some great travel vlogs, and he also has a very, very beautiful girlfriend, which will keep you entertained the whole time. And it's not like she's just beautiful. She also has a great personality. So look up The Holistic Trainer if you haven't been over there. Go over there and check out his channel, guys. He does some really, really interesting stuff. Back to the comments. Larry says, cool, I was sous chef. Okay, you're talking food. I don't know. Fong Mike, how much insurance cover you? No insurance, Fong. No insurance. I am 2 days short of being covered by insurance. Isn't that some crap? Linda says, this is like family. It kind of is. It kind of has a family vibe to it, and I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. I do. I'm gonna get you guys some more video live streams later on in the week. Just bear with me. I didn't feel like putting my ugly mug on camera tonight. Let's see. Are you experienced as Adam and Si are a nice couple, nice people? Yes, they are. They're extremely nice people. I've talked to Adam numerous times. Let's see. I'm reading the comment real quick. Hang on. Yeah, can't put that last one on there, Fran. Sorry, buddy, but you're right. Let's see. TD says I have a thing for nurses. I might have to fake an injury. I have a little thing for nurses too, man. I always have. I don't know why. It's not like an obsession, but I've always just been very flirty with nurses in general because I don't know, something about them. Tommy says, great guy, Adam. I heard him say that. Yeah, he is. He's a really great guy. Larry says, no, I'm the nolistic trainer. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, what else you guys got? Anything, or you ready to call it a night? I think I'm going to roll over and take my second dose of medication, and I may even watch a little. Netflix tonight and just hang out for a little while. Let's see. Are you experienced walking street on nurse night? Yeah. If they have a nurse night, well, I've seen walking street nurses, quote unquote, before, and but they don't look, for some reason they don't look as good as real nurses. I don't know why. I guess it's because I already know what they're up to. I'm not sure. You guys talking about all this cooking are making me hungry again. I can't believe, and I actually have an appetite, guys. I actually have an appetite. I woke up this morning sicker than I've been for the last 12 days. And I now feel better than I felt in the last 12 days. Fran said we should have a Jeremy party. Yes, we should. We'll do something. We'll do something for 10,000 subs. I just don't know what. Wonder says Netflix and sleep. Absolutely. Are you experienced? Oh, they do. Skyfall. Man, I love Skyfall. Love Skyfall. What's your favorite Netflix show, Jeremy? I'm currently watching The 100, which is a sci-fi. I don't have necessarily a favorite. Gordon's Alive says, are you still in Pattaya? No, sir, I'm not. I am hometown Thailand right now. Robert says 20 major surgeries so far. Doctor considers me as a professional patient. I bet so after 20 surgeries. Tommy says, watch the link I said. Yes, sir. Absolutely will, Tommy. I will definitely get to that. You should have said LB, Larry. I got to remove that one. Politically correct YouTube here. You know I don't care what you say, but YouTube will. I don't think I would be too interested in that anyway. But that was funny. That was definitely funny. Wonder says 100 equals great series. Watched all of it. No more left. Really? No more left? I hope it's not all gone because I haven't finished it all. I'm on the third season, so I hope it's not all gone for sure. There are other many good shows that are on Netflix. Friends, you and Windmill. I tell you, man, you must have a thing for Windmill. I'll tell you all my well, I don't have like tons of windmill stories, but I'll tell you my 2 windmill stories when I meet you. Fong Mike says, I heard you don't drink beer, alcohol. That should make you healthy. That is true. I do not drink any kind of alcohol, Fong. But that in and of itself doesn't make me healthy. There's a lot of things I have to do to stay healthy. I do have some physical conditions that I have a heart condition, and I have another little sleep disorder that bothers me that I have to take some meds for. But I try to stay healthy as I can. I've been drinking really healthy smoothies. I got some probiotics and some more vitamins and all that stuff. So I'm trying for sure. But thank you for the comment, Fong. Are you experienced Walking Dead on Walking Street? Ha for Halloween. That would be awesome. And the guy on stilts, how about scaring the crap out of him? That would be great. Fran says Skyfall. Go. Yeah. Don't you just say Skyfall, man, because you can't put all that information in there. But yeah, Fran, Skyfall is a great place to go for sure. Robert says beer is good for the heart. One a day. That's probably true. Larry says, I like the beer Hoff on Beach Road. Great beer and chow. I have not been there, Larry, but there are plenty of places on Beach Road and in the Pattaya area that I have not yet checked out that I definitely intend to. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Wonder, thank you so much for what you did. The other guy who contributed, I can't remember your name right off the top of my head. Let me scroll back up and see if I can find you real quick. Jack, thank you so much. If you're still listening, I genuinely appreciate it, brother. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Richard says, how do you know what YouTube doesn't like to see? Do they give you some guidance? Yes, absolutely. And they will demonetize the live stream as well. Linda says, Jeremy, you haven't listened to the voice, have you? No, I haven't. I'm so sorry. But I'm getting there. Just be patient with me, babe. I'm getting there. Jeremy, eat more bananas, good for the heart and blood pressure. That's true, Larry. You're right. Our experience says the burger, but got to take that one down too. Yeah, but the working ladies will certainly do that. I agree. Tommy says I'm staying on Walking Street when I'm there, a hotel across from Secrets. I've stayed at Secrets several times, so that's a good area. And I actually like Secrets pretty good. Fran says, I actually was shocked by a windmill and have a story to tell you too. Cool, man. Fong says, sound like you have I can't sleep alone syndrome. No, actually, Fong, I have a I can't sleep with anybody else syndrome. Like, I don't do overnight at all, ever, because I have insomnia. And if somebody wakes me up, I'm up. I can't go back to sleep. Robert says, have a great day. You too, Robert. Thanks for everything you do, man. All your comments and your contribution. I really appreciate it. Are you experienced? Thanks, Jerry community. Everyone have a nice day. Yes, sir. Same to you. Paul says, thanks for your great info. Please keep us updated. Enjoy Netflix. I sure will. Warner says, my privilege. Thank you for the update. You're more than welcome. And thanks again, Wonder. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Larry says, rest and chill. I definitely will. Linda says, bye, guys. I'm going to go live shortly. Jeremy, glad you're way better. Linda, if I can, I will catch your live stream. Fran says, you will be better by your 21st birthday. Yeah, I certainly hope so. Tommy says, good night, my friend. Take care. I stayed at Secrets last time. Yep, it's good. It's a pretty good place. Tommy, you take care of yourself, bro. And I appreciate everything that you've been doing for the channel as well. Yeah, I got you, Larry. That wasn't exactly what I was referring to, but the principle still holds. All right, guys, let me shut it down. Thank you all so much. Love you guys, and can't wait to talk to you again. So I'll see you soon. Everyone, take care.